Morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's early, but I came up with some more thoughts on this Calipat um, ordeal, and I'm realizing that aside from that dude Yo-Yo, another dude that I believe was from Sanford also was in cahoots with getting me over to a certain building, and uh, and I'm starting to believe that outside of members that were not on that yard that I was possibly a prime suspect, if not the prime suspect on that yard. And I realized that they were, uh, instead of building a case, they were concocting a case. They were, since they didn't have anything on me, since, I'm not what they say I was, they were trying to force me into a corner and make me that monster that they wanted me to be. And the other dude from what I believe is Sanford, he got married on that yard, and him and Yo-Yo asked me to come out on a visit with them. And I believe this is before I had a visit, and I remember them taking forever for them to approve my little brother and my nieces and his girl to come see me. And I believe that they had a hand in that also. And uh, I knew something was up with the visit type shop, but I hadn't gone on a visit. And sometimes you gotta uh, go in and figure out what's going on. So I went out to the visit. Uh, there was a weird vibe going on. I just stood quiet, didn't really say much. When we came back, not too long after that the other gentleman, I can't remember his name right now. He walked up to me also and said, "Hey, I got pulled up. I got snatched up by IGI, and they're offering my family visits back." And just by saying that, he was letting me know that they were trying to turn him into a confidential informant. And whatever you gotta do, whatever um, that has nothing to do with me. Um, I didn't want nothing to do with that. I wasn't doing nothing wrong, so I just walked away. And I realized now that they moved me over to a certain building where they had their key players that could on press me, and what they were actually trying to do was trying to force me uh, into creating a race riot. Um, and I realized that they were trying to push me to do things you know that I don't do. I just help out by speaking for the community and to mend relations, um, not to start problems. So I started backing up, and I told him, like, "Look, man, I don't do none of that. I'm not here for that. I'm gonna back up and let you guys do your thing." Well, once I started doing that, once I did that, the guys that were plotting against me, they just started taking fools out. I remember they took out this older gentleman, and they practically slaughtered him, man. And I felt really bad for him, but I couldn't do anything because you know I held no authority there. But I believe that they were trying to do this um, in order for me to take the fall, for murder on behalf of of the mob or whatever you want to call it. And um, but that's not what I was there for. And I believe that they were using psychological warfare, trying to offer me money, drugs, feed my ego, uh, and my ambitions. They were trying to use that to feed me and to reel me in and to becoming what they wanted me to be. But they don't realize that my ego is just, it's not ego, it's just confidence. And when you're dealing with grimy ass people, you got to come out with confidence and be sure of yourself and know what you're doing. And my ambition was to um, better myself and help those around me. But they had it confused that I wanted to be, they must have had it confused thinking that I wanted to be somebody else, or, and at the point where they realized that I didn't want that, is when they started trying to concoct and pretty much make up um, evidence, or set me up to take a fall for things that I have never done before. And that's unfortunately that's how it works. And you know unfortunately fortunately I didn't fall for it, but unfortunately I still pay the cost for not participating, excuse me, in those type of activities, and not agreeing to work with them, the officers, FBI, with Maria, with Reina, whatever they were into, whatever kind of gang they were into, or whatever cult they were running. It just wasn't me. I have a different plan and a different path, separate from them, and they just couldn't accept the fact that I was actually doing it for what I did. I was actually doing it for the people, for the community, and not for personal gain. Although I did find pleasure in fighting back, but they must have had, they must have believed that there's no way that this guy can just be doing this stuff for good, because then that would have made me better than them, and they hated me for it. And that's the bottom line, to be honest, because I'm not any of those things that they try to pin on me. And and they just, they want me for other reasons, which I've explained already. And you know trying to take my dreams away of being a family man, and living in peace and harmony. And one day somebody will see that, and it'll be put out there that the real enemies, the real sick people out there is you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Peace, love, and happiness.